No woman, no cry. Hey, little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. This is what a guy at 40 years old looks like when his cat wakes him up after only 2 or 3 hours of sleep, staying up till 4:20 in the morning. Whoa! Can you say luggage? Did you take extra luggage on a plane and didn't pay for it under your eyes, bud? Probably. Morning, Tiggy. Thank you for happy birthday hugger words. It's my buddy Tiggy. Everybody, if you didn't know, that's Tiggs. He's awesome. And these oranges look like boobs. So what do you do with two oranges that look like boobies? You eat them fast on your birthday words, something like that. Is it less of my birthday words? Or maybe, who knows, if I was born at midnight or anything, or who knows if I was even actually born. What could have probably ended up happening was, drumroll please, the old saying switched at birth. What? Well, they take your kid, right? Well, they take the thing that comes out of you that starts crying and going, wah, wah. What if that comes out of you is something totally different that goes, or like you've been using it for a breeding project or something like that. You have no clue. And now, what they give you is what you think is your kid. So you love it as your own. You raise it to be, the greatest ever. Meanwhile, that thing that's not even your blood. Nothing to do with you. Is this a possibility? It's happening. It's happening. You can't find a study about something creepy or messed up that hasn't already been done to us on this earth before. So if you can think of it, it's already happened. Now, why? Well, I'll tell you exactly why. We are being, so inside genetics is the code to superhumans, right? So there are people who can move stuff with their mind. There are people who can hear other people's thoughts. You don't have to believe this. You can just live in your tiny little cubicle of your little cubbyhole brain you got, a little box, and just stay there for your whole existence. Meanwhile, there'll be people around you that are, when you're in high school or you're, in your grade 10, grade 9, grade 8, there were people that were literally jumping over you on defense on the soccer field. While they ran at 2 or 3 times the speed you can run at, they were dribbling a ball. And you think to yourself, I'm the best in my school, Playing another school with less kids in it, and there's one kid there that can do things defy everything about sports I've ever seen any age group play. And I used to watch soccer of like adult leagues and stuff when I was 10 years old. And I saw a kid that I played against a kid that could, I guarantee you the kid is somewhere playing soccer in the world for huge money. No question. So, superhuman abilities bred by 2 proper parents, right? Now, a parent is a mother and a father, a male and a female in the breeding world, period. Now, as a master breeder, in the genetic code or in, genetic variants and things like that, you come across things like a 1 in a million, something you've never seen before, has a different growth pattern, faster, more frostier than anything you've ever seen at the best grower's house that you're trying to replicate their growth. Maybe those 1 in a million, for whatever reason, they know it's either a blood type. This is what they check for us, right? A lot of smart people that come before me and have lived a long time say that a doctor only needs your pee, your blood, and your stool, and they can see, they can know all about you. And that couldn't be more true. They can tell if you're sick, but they can probably tell if you're a superhuman as well. They can tell if you have a disease. They can probably see the opposite of antibodies and things like that. So, hear me out on this thought. What if we are breeding master or superhumans on a large scale at this point? Something to do with genetically modified foods, right? We can tell that these kids nowadays are much bigger on average than they used to be. That is weird. The height thing, I haven't figured this out yet, but they say, there are rules to genetics. Different breeds only get this big. And inside this box here is at maximum height. People from Ecuador may only get 6 feet tall on average. The average person from Ecuador is 5'7", 5'9", whatever it is. I have no clue. Meanwhile, you can have Europeans being 7 feet. Maybe on average they hit 6, 5'10", 5'11", 5'12". Now, that is the small scale of what breeding and genetic code and variance has to offer. Variance being a 5-footer and a 7-footer, right? The genetic variance is 2 feet when you're breeding humans. I got a question for you. Can you breed, not a monster, but a 12-foot human, a 12-foot tall, monstrously tall human, we'll say? Like the word monster, we always, it's a label for, it's a derogatory term, right? There's no monsters on Earth. It's a living thing that we feel we need to smash because it's different than us, or it's bigger than us and it could hurt us. It's living in the woods. That's a monster. That's awful. So now, hi, how you doing? Now we'll take a look at genetic variance and the genetic code, but we'll take away the height factor and let's add speed. Then let's add how high you can jump. Let's add how far you can throw, how strong you are overall in general, right? These are now getting a little cooler than just your height, right? So now let's leave all those things that you'd like to be or have and be stronger, faster, smoother, or whatever, less hairy, more hairy. All things you can breed, right? And if you don't know that, again, stay in your little cubicle box and just enjoy your lifetime of cubicle. Now, hear me out. Your brain, the only thing we didn't touch on. It is very interesting. The only thing we didn't touch on was the brain. The power of the brain. If your entire bloodline, was never really thinkers before, do you fit in, right? Like that's a thing. You have to look at this. We could be knowing we're different, always saying we're different, never being able to, really understand. Meanwhile, they knew this isn't even dude's mom. Dude's always said he's different. We're studies. We're absolutely studies. And it's a shame. It's a real shame that in this day and age, we just can't say, you know what? They can't come forward. I say they, but why can't they come forward? Say, you know what? We have been studying you. This is our findings to this point, See, there's things that are called subtleties. And, there's odds of randomness, subtleties, things like that have to be taken into consideration. When you go somewhere, if it's what's called like, there's a term for this. It's masking as something you think it is, but you have underlying thoughts that it possibly could be something much deeper, much darker. They're hiding something. So you walk into a store and you're like, oh, what do you got here? And they're like, oh, we know this guy likes this white bread, right? Contaminated, something like that. You go there on the daily. These are the things that I've been reading about for the last 5 or 10 years. They're called fixers, mechanics all over the world. These are secret agents that actually do wrong, right? To people maybe that aren't good. So, but these things exist, eh? So someone starts talking too much, you know, you may have a car accident, you know, your brakes may fail on your mountainous travel to BC. You may get hit by a semi head on. Out of this world odd. You know, the semi driver that hit you has been a semi driver for 40 years, and he literally was only in his truck for 3 hours. He'd been off for 3 days, so he's not tired. That's my point. So, like, I mean, these things happen, right? And then you have a perfect driving record. You've never even gone over the fucking white line, right? So you have to take into account jurisdiction of the area you were hurt. You know, what's the top of the chain for that jurisdiction? There's a lot of things you have to take into account. Now, when I specifically when I learn about something new or when I travel somewhere new, I always don't say anything. I always just take it in. And I'll say very little. I'll ask specific question to make you I'll twirl your brain one time, you know? And then I'll look at your eyes, I'll see how bad you lie. I know the obvious answer, but I ask just to see how bad you lie, right? And 9 times out of 10, I'm right. See, me saying this, it kind of, you think you get the advantage, but in a game of air chess, my mind is superior to yours. See, I spent my life gaming, and this is something that a lot of people can say, but I spent a lot of my time, there's a lot of people that I had maybe grown up with, they were compulsive liars, and I was able to pick out lies from truths very quickly. You would never, ever want to play me poker. I would pick up on things about you. I would read you like a book, and then I would actually mock you. With half your chips left, I'd begin to mock you, stating, in the last 3 hands, I gave you middle hand. The first hand, I could have put you all in right away. You thought I had a pair. I had nothing. I bluffed you on the river. I knew you wouldn't call because you're a bitch, and the best you had was a pair of 9s. And it's not, I'm doing it so I want to throw off any game plan you have that you thought you could use against me. So you all can't control your temper. So I'll make you spiteful. And once I make you spiteful, you're mine. You're putty in my hand at that point. I don't have no clue who you are. Had to throw you in a timeout. I don't know, there's a guy on here, a super stalker, Nas Bear Girl, super narc of YouTube. Weirdest person I've ever seen. You kind of fit that bill, considering you got no pictures of yourself, no videos of yourself. We're on YouTube, bud. Make some video of yourself, put it online. You can't join my chat and just sit there with a blank channel. I think I'm just gonna become your best friend with your blank channel. Telling it like it is, because there's a lot of narcs, and I want to dispose the real men, the real bosses, show their face on live stream video. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Hash, where's your gorgeous dreadlocks? They are Lee press-on dreadlocks. So I press them on. Do you love the hair on me? I do. I do. I had some dry sift in a small jar. You seen it? You see my dry sift? I had some dry sift in a small jar. Shouts out to my birthday present. Wait. Oh, I'll get it later. I actually got a couple things. Me and my wife's birthdays are in the same time slot, kind of. So we got spoiled. I got some arnica, arnica. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. Arnica and peppermint bath salts. So what I'm gonna do is run a bath for my wife. I'll let her go first. Yeah, I'll do mine after. I take a longer soak. There's not enough time for me to get a good 2-hour soak in. Nope. So I'll do the soak later, or at least an hour and a bit soak. But I'm gonna soak her so good, and get my wife in the bath there. Put her, run her a bubble bath. Not a bubble bath, a freaking. I don't know. It's like Epsom salts and arnica and peppermint. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to feel the, some goodness from it. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna open a chat window here. Give me a sec. It'll probably take me a few seconds. Let's see if we can. I don't think I can put this anywhere. There's too much rosin on the screen. Too much rosin. Smash that like if you join the video, please, my friends. If not, fuck right off. I love this. I love this. So I've bred some of the finest flavors, right? And breeding a fine flavor doesn't mean you can't fuck it up. It means that breeding a fine flavor lasts 5 times longer. Flavorness factor 5. No, like fucking whatever I was saying with a bunch of F's in it. Something. Yeah, you get that? So I was saying something and I just got sidetracked here. Once you get all that done, what I'd like you... Holy smokes, we gotta get this out here. Ooh, wow. Come on. What was that? Oh, you bugger. Fuck. I should have went with my instincts last night. I'm glad that I didn't, to be honest. But at the same time, I should have went with my instincts. But maybe my instincts were at the end saying, don't bring that. So, for whatever reason, I don't know if they did. Alright. That could probably seriously wreck somebody. Smells like crap though. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna get out the real strong hash here. Let's see if I can open up a web page here. Do not put your mouse on a silicone mat. It will not do all. All right. So I have to say, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. You're back? It's good that you're back. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to share my own video here. It's my birthday words. No, I'm not going to share it actually. Fuck it. I'm just going to bring up another website here, or web page, I should say, which is a website also. Internet is slow. I don't even know my own programs. I think I got them there then. All right. Ask me later. Let's see. Okay. Damaged my neck. And it just hasn't been the same for so long. It's very frustrating to carry pain this long. But like I can't look down without it hurting. And that sucks. Down into the angle is the worst. Anything where I have to go back to like where I look here, like right there, it started to hurt right here. Like wicked bad. So this is episode 3558 of the Hash Info Show. And we are going to do 42 more episodes. I have a bunch of driving videos and stuff. You came in the stream and said, "Why are you crying?" and then retracted your message. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You're a little bitch. Useless fuck. Come in here and tell me you're this and that. But don't block me! Like, fuck, man. Are you serious? Of course I'm blocking you. You told me you were gonna game with me. You said you were gonna donate the other day. If I gamed with you or something. I said, fucking, if you donate, I'll game with you. You fucking been like harassing me in COD. Fuck. You're gonna make me change the way I have my COD set up because you're stalking me. Like, you're fucking weird. No clue who you are. Like I said, you're gonna put a picture up of you. That's awesome. Because that'll guarantee that it's you. You fucking goof. I'm a fisherman, bud. Such a goof. And then you say, I don't get you. So you can leave now because you pissed me off for good. Hide user on channel. you weren't really weird. You just, I mean, you don't know why you're so weird. I think it's the problem. For all I know, you're probably blowhole. You know, he was super creepy, absolutely just overboard. I love everybody, but I just don't want anyone fucking hanging around with me 24/7. Like, if I like you, maybe, but probably not. I have very close friends that I don't consider, like, hang aroundable for, 16 hours straight. And it's like, fucking, I tap out after 2. And then I have friends I could hang around for a long time, but I also changed too, so I don't really like hanging around too much. I have my comfort zone. And I go out of my comfort zone far further than most, I chat with people that I probably most of the time don't even give a fuck, and then it's like, oh, you're kind of interesting, and then once in a while it's like, oh, I'm glad I said the first 2 statements because you're super cool, your mind is awesome, Some people's mind is so fucking boring, not into it. So rather than, tell everyone your mind is fucking boring, I don't want to hang with you, so you don't constantly meet people and hang with them. I keep you at bay with an invisible fucking beat you stick, I let you know I'm a mean guy, I'm grumpy, don't get too close because I'll break your heart. I poke at you, I let you know every day, all the time. I'm a dick. Because I don't want to have to babysit, and I'm not fucking... When I have problems, you definitely can't solve mine, My fucking life isn't full of problems. It's that, life itself can be problems, and I'm not getting stuck as a free fucking counselor for fucking 400 people an hour. Fuck. That's not happening, right? So, grab a little niblet of this. I'm gonna grab. I thought I had a bit here. Yes. So, we got some hash here too. We got all kinds of hash. This is hash that's just been curing on the plate for days. It's really nice buds. Just want something for the bottom. Just this piece right here. Chem dog and a bunch of crosses inside there, and I won't name them. Oh, and this thing's fire. You put the chem on the bottom, she's lit. Litty. Super litty. Last night I cut through a seed. That pissed me off. Well, first I found a seed. I was like, and then I cut through one. I'm like, and then I ate it, and it was like eating a gummy bear. I'm like, what? It was so sweet. It was like having a fruit maple syrup. Like a fruit compote maple syrup. No shit. So good. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go live and from the kitchen. I don't know. I'll probably play, I don't know. I might play some COD, and while I'm cooking in the kitchen I'll play a round of COD. Because I'm a boss. Everyone else is like straight on playing their game. With me, I'm like frying, cooking, boiling, toasting, ricing. Sometimes I play that game with my dick. Sometimes you'll see me driving the motorbike with my cock. With my cock. Holy fuck, that's a big piece of fucking fruit rosin I was talking about. It's stuck to the top of this. Oh, we're gonna have to get that off there. And it makes me wonder where that came from. Here's this rosin. We're going to use this stuff today. This little marbly piece here looks so nice. Looks like a hell. I don't know. Let's see something. So, we've got to do this. Get something Give me 1 second. I hate moving, but I got it. That sucks. I'll grab something real quick. Got it. So I got 2 oranges in me, and then we're gonna have some. I don't know. You know, it's porridge. Was thinking about it, now I'm like, meh. I think we'll just do some. I'll do. Oh, we don't have any avocados. I was gonna do avocado bacon, vegan bacon avocado toasts, like all those hip kids are doing. I saw a commercial. I'm like, what? I have an avocado toast for years. Actually, I remember my mom making me avocado toast in 1992, 93. She used to make me avocado toast. My mom was obviously from the future. Get right on that rosin train. See there. I wish I could show you this in the light. This fucker is thick and she's see-through. I mean, it's not like a thick, but it is a nice dollop of really heavy, dense rosin right there. Tiggy, be careful. Oh, I found a bag over there. Oh, I found a QP I was looking for. Oh, that's where that QP is. Oh, it's over there on the chair. I'm gonna sift that this afternoon. Then I had a couple half pounds we're gonna sift after that, and then we're gonna check out what's underneath the board. No shit. We're gonna mix the 1/4 pound with the half pounds. My first instinct was to say, yeah, fuck yeah. I guess it's just gonna be a big bowl of sift we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna put a lid over that, and then another lid, like keep airtighting that lid, and we're just gonna fucking carry around a bowl of sift. It's gonna be. You think I'm kidding? We're literally just going to carry. Some people have jars of sift. Nobody has a fucking bowl of sift. Wouldn't that be funny, too? It's like, hey, want to check out my bowl? Like your bowl? No, like my bowl. It's kind of like that. I used to put my frostings. I used to call it frosting. When I was, back in the day, 21 years ago, we used to call it frosting. And let's just say that's a very, very, very nobody was checking radars for words called frosting. Carnivore did not ever pick up on frosting. Electric lettuce might have been an easy giveaway, but frosting is. You didn't. I was like, how do you know about that word? Don't ever call it. So I'll just show you this quick here. This is some real hash made by a hash master. Let's take a little piece of this goo ball off here. Sticky as you wouldn't believe. The reason you do a snake, the reason you roll out like this, I'll show you. The thinner it is, the better. If the snake is too thick, it's not a good, not a good. I'll show you that there. All right. Oh, what does this smell? It smells amazing. It must be this rosin paper. It has to be the rosin paper. catching wicked whiffs of two things that I love in this world: hash plant and my chem crosses. My mouth is salivating. Okay, now once we've done this, just go like this, wrap this back up, put this in the jar. Always keep it out of light. Should always keep, you don't keep this on like a table anywhere. You keep it in a... Oh, fuck, that one underneath the back of the TV stand there. Okay. Can you bring it to me, boy? Tiggs, if you bring me that lid. I can't even begin to tell you how much awesomeness you really are, Tiggs. But if you don't, you're dead to me. You're dead to me, Tiggs. Don't walk down the hallway. You're dead to me. Show you this here. This knobby nug here. Real dense bitch. Frosty as you wouldn't believe, but I can't turn on the light right now. My mom would kill me. Oh, there's a bean in here, right? Or is it in the other one? Show you the bean from last night. Nope, it's in the other one. It's in this one. Well, I have to go poop, so this video is going to be cut short. Ooh, I gotta get right onto my throne. My throne is calling me down to the riverbed. My throne, and I swear by the moon of the bright shining lights, and I swear oh, for crying out loud. Oh, for crying out loud, words. It's here the whole time, words. And I swear by the moon of the shining bright lights. I'd like to give a thanks to my hairdresser for putting in my hair plugs for me today. Straight vanilla, baby. Spices, cardamom, gypsum, and jasmine, and ginger. All rolled into one gigantic, ginormous gumbo. Gingerbread. Oh my god, look at the gold on this. And I swear. Yeah, I have a thing for rosin. I gotta say, my hash, it's, you know, it takes me a lot of work, but my hash is so flavorful. You know, it's a very, very flavorful in my mouth. I've always said hash is the future. But here's what we don't realize. Hash is also our past. You want to know what's the saddest? The present. Hash has been forgotten. And if you don't understand that, then why aren't there more hashies in the world? Synthetic drugs took over. I still haven't figured out there's a term for the type of person that I am, where I take in information from all over. and then it like forms a bigger picture, the full circle. And there was a show called no, not Warehouse 13, it's The Librarians. And there is a blonde girl woman in the show, and she is their kind of their mathematician, and her secret ability is math. Not her secret, her special ability is math. The Librarians is a beautiful show. Everybody should watch. The guy from Reinhold, Judge, I don't know, I don't remember stuff, but you know the guy from Dan, Night Court, Dan the attorney or the lawyer, he's in that show, The Librarians. And before my accident, I have seen all the shows. I think I'm pretty sure anyway. I've seen a few seasons, and then they stopped making it because I bet you it's just too accurate to what actually started happening in our past. So Rick and Morty, Back to the Future. There are many, many. Kaiser Soze's, things that you can relate to each other. Kaiser Soze's is like, I think it's an idiom for what I'm saying. Like a Kaiser Soze would be, when you cough, it throws off your it throws off my thought of mind. When you cough, sometimes coughing is not good then. Yeah, there's a bunch of like, it's too coincidental for it to be an accident. Okay, now I'll give you an example of this. In the movie Back to the Future, I'm not gonna. You can go YouTube, or you can YouTube. People, very smart people exist in this world that use YouTube. I know most of you find that just amazingly hard to believe as you sit here and watch YouTube. But amazingly smart people watch YouTube. I myself consider myself to be fairly smart about quite a few different subjects. I know very little about the entirety of life itself, and to those people that do, I love to watch your shows and learn from you. Not so I can say I'm better than anyone, but I want to be fuller. I wish everyone had the same capacity for knowledge. I wish everybody had the same, not even capacity, I wish we all had the same amount of endless wealth of knowledge just flowing through us constantly. We do, but we don't recognize it, and we don't allow our abilities to shine, which are like, there's that thought, there's two brains in your body. And I think that's the biggest thing that most people struggle with, is they don't realize your conscience is actually your real brain. And in China, they know this. I don't know how the world has got like it is. I think we are extremely overpopulated, and I think maybe some of the people at the top may be very kind, and they're like, well, we're not depopulating Earth. And then some of the others are like, oh, it's that. Or like, have you ever heard the saying, one life, you'll sacrifice one life to save a million? It's now the concept, you've got to use it in different ways for it to really make sense. All lives are, worth the same. But I'll ask you this: would you save one, if you had a choice, if there was a door you could open to let the people on the other side in the next 5 seconds, know they were going to be okay, would you save the single life of someone you knew dearly and loved dearly and became a friend with over your life? Or would you save a million people from the country? Like, this is what I'm saying. It's either you have enough time to video chat someone. We'll say it in a specific right now. You for whatever reason work in an area of the world where the earthquakes are in your building, and you can see fucking earthquakes happening as it happens. The buoys in the ocean, the markers are starting to go off on the coast, on the east coast of Florida, 500 miles out by Bermuda Triangle, right? And you're like, what the hell? And Jamaica's starting to feel them, and then Florida's starting to feel them. Where do you call? You're Jamaican, but you live in Florida, and your family's in Florida, but your homeland is Jamaica. You know, you could save the people, and there's just you guaranteed it's going to wipe out the little bit of, you know, some parts of the Florida coast, but it's not going to be too detrimental. But it's going to take out Jamaica. What are you going to do? You can make one video chat, and it's the fucking thing is going the same. You know, it's the same for whatever reason. It's the same. The waves are the same distance away from the land. You make one video chat with your device. Who are you going to pick up and call? Are you going to save the people of Jamaica? Or are you going to make a call and see if your dad picks up the phone, if he's not on the other line, or your mom's on the other line talking to her brother or sister, or whatever the case is? Now, that's where the perfect scenario of what's awful is: do you save one life or a million, right? Because you know your parents are barely going to be able to get out the door themselves, or they can sit on the phone calling Judy, Mark, Trevor, you know, Jordan, you know, keep calling people. So, like, what I'm getting at is the last kind of thing I'll talk about, and that's the world. We don't have anything in place to notify an organization. Like, we don't have a one-stop shop for our energy, our water, a natural disaster. Like, where do we go? You know, for Australians, I don't know if they did or not. I can't speak on behalf of Australia, but I can say this: the world needs a number. Heaven forbid, you know, let's say something attacks. I'm not going to say a thing from this, a place on Earth is going to attack somewhere on Earth. I'm going to say maybe something outside of Earth flies in, lands, rolls out their crazy tanks. What would you do? Like, what's the biggest thing you can do? Like, I mean, you could call the local police, I guess, and then they can pass it on, which I guess it's that thing, eh? I guess that's the best thing to do. So they can get the word out. But, you know, like, in this day and age, you should be able to take a video and then just send it really fast to a place, and then they can break it down which way it should go. You know, how do we deal with this? Analyze, assess, and analyze the situation, and then go in, not, you know, not guns blazing, but just gentle force, meaning, like, you know, get it solved, figure out, like, you know, if you see a problem, just deal with it. I always say just deal with it. But some stuff is just weird, you know. All right, y'all have a good day. I love you. Have a great one. Don't drink and drive, and don't do any drugs that can kill you, right? Cannabis is a vegetable. Many scientists have come forward stating that. So, hash would be a superfood on a superfood, because for sure cannabis would be one of the ultimate superfoods. As a cannabis expert, I can say firsthand cannabis has a lot of beneficial aromas. I'm not being funny, I'm being dead serious. Aromatherapy is real. So unfortunately, it's true. If you smell something good, oh, your eyes start to blink and you twinkle in your eyes and your damn cheeks start to go up in the air and you're like, oh, you can't tell what the hell I'm doing. But I'm actually full on just happy that I can smell cinnamon, you know? And that's a pretty big thing people overlook all the time, or don't even recognize, is that maybe you have something that's desirable to someone. Your breed, your variety is desirable to those because of the terpenes and the flavonoids and the great smells that are within. So when you have a great smell, it gives you a great opportunity to entice, period. Now, what I'm noticing is the great smell or the terps. You know, there's next level stuff coming. Absolutely. At this point, I can say that I've culminized and created the greatest, and it's actually not as difficult to do if you understand everything. The first thing you should do is build variety, a genetic pool of diversity, and then breed within for a constant period of 10 cycles. After 10 cycles, you should have something unique and desirable. Not may not be fully done, but then you can take that clone and then uh, grab yourself something totally different and then try and seal it in one last time and then check it. It could come out smell like a smoking burnt rubber tire. Totally okay. I actually tried. Uh, Somebody else had some cannabis one time, and I sniffed it, and I was like, no, this reminded me of a specific. And I'm like, oh, this is that burnt rubber tire. And they're like, you sniffed that for like a quarter second. How did you know that? So a long time ago. This was like, I don't know when this was, but it wasn't like a month ago. But I actually have recently smelt that exact smell. That's why I'm bringing this up. So I remember it now because of that day. But I just sat there thinking about, different times started coming to me from all the different smells, tastes, and flavors that were going on. And it was I had a good time. I had to hold back. I was like, damn it, just because I remember having such good times with those people. But your memory is smell based. You have a huge nose on the front of your head. We overlook this all the time. Huge. We all have noses. Everyone's, maybe some of us are, like, oh, our nose or this or that. Everybody has, like, wants to do body modifications a lot of the time to your nose. Like, you just live with it. But, so you got this, some people don't have a huge nose, actually. Like, my chick has a small nose. I don't know. My nose is, like, a lot bigger than hers. And I know guys that have bigger noses than me and whatever. I have a fair sized nose. I don't care. I use it. This thing is connected literally to the center of my fucking brain, right there. Like it goes right. It's the first thing. So you have eyes. They're like right there, right? And you have ears. So these things, those three, are ways that I use to remember someone. First, your voice. One thing I use very carefully. I say, yeah, I know you. I know that voice. I seen you. You were here before. And then the second thing is your eyes. And then the third is your sniffer, right? Yeah, so just make sure you take care of your ears, eyes, and your nose. Your mouth, obviously, is very important as well. Uh, so, what I suggest is checking those, Oh, Bobby, please slow down, you psychopath. Bubbert, you're a good boy. Are you feeling all spunky? You thought you broke it? Is it a little wobbly on you? My cat Bob, bless him. You know, I don't know what to do with him. I wonder how. Like, there's options, but none of them seem like totally cool with me or him. But it's like for his own good. Like, have you ever put your cat in a cat kennel at nighttime because you love him to death, but every night while you're sleeping for like 2.5 to 3 hours, just starting to have like good sleep. Oh, right there, yeah, right there, just sleeping. And, I meant like your head hitting a pillow and feeling like you can just go to sleep, zonk out, kind of, right? Nothing. That was not sexual, and I'm being serious. So, you get to that point, you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden, bang, smash, smash, scatter, scatter, smash, boom, smash, smash, scatter, bang, bang, boom. I'm like, is this happening? I'm like, home invasion? I'm like, making local news? I'm like, no, it's not my luck. I'm like, damn it. I'm gonna be old soon in like another 7 million years. I'm Thor. Don't fuck with me. You see me on COD? You should see me in real. Y'all fly through. You wouldn't have a chance. For 60 seconds, I'll work you, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm old. Oh, every part of me. I'm gonna sue you, you little fucker. And then maybe I'll recoup again. Bah! Throw you through a few walls and then, like, oh, lay on you and I'm calling the cops, you little bitch. And then finally, and then I'll get back in. I'll pick you up one hand, take you up, drop you on the concrete. Your head on the ground. Here you go, officer. I got you some trash. I took out the trash.